Hi, my name is Jason, and today I'm going to walk you through how to create customers and projects, particularly working around not being able to use job type features that some of us were used to using in QuickBooks Desktop. So using QuickBooks Online, and I have a sample company open here. Let me just give you a quick overview of how the customer project hierarchy works in QuickBooks Online. So you can have customers, you can have sub-customers, and you can have even a third level of sub-customer below that, and then create projects below that. So projects allow for project costing. It allows you to use time that you entered in and estimated hourly costs with those times to generate some similar to what an estimate versus actual did in QuickBooks Desktop, but just allows you to do a lot of job costing things with some advanced features that QuickBooks Desktop did not have, but also missing some things that we wish it did. So one of the things that we're missing is job type. So we're using a sub-customer for that job type. I'll name it admin or multifamily or retail, and then I'll create a customer type and assign that to this particular level. So let's run over to QuickBooks and briefly walk through that. We're going to go to sales, customers, and it's a little tricky getting used to this if you're used to QuickBooks Desktop, but you can click on, you've got different tabs at the top here once you're in sales. And over customer types here, you'll set up this list. Once you add new customer types to this list, or edit any of them, make sure you hit the refresh button on your browser. Those will not be available for you to use until after you do that. And we're going to go ahead and work on my customer advanced building. So right now advanced building has a project location 0000 Boardwalk, and under that we have offices and retail, which normally would have been my job types, but I went ahead and set them up as sub-projects, and then sub-customers, I'm sorry, and then we will set up projects beneath those. You can see I have that set up here. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to have to go back to customers, hit new customer, and enter the new name of your customer. So we've got 0001 Park Place is going to be the project name. I'm going to go ahead and move that on over to my company name as well. I'm going to ignore the first last name, but we are going to create it as a sub-customer of advanced buildings, and that's going to drag my billing address in there. It's going to use the shipping address as the billing address. You can set your project location as your shipping address, so you can go ahead, if you've got projects on different sites from where the customer billing address is, this is the place to add it. And then currently I'm going to ignore the customer type right here because this particular customer is going to have multiple types. So I'm going to assign it at a third tier sub-customer. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and now I want to create a third tier, so I'm going back to customers, I'm doing new customer, and then I'm going to do a multifamily. And we're going to set this as a sub-customer of Park Place. And then from Park Place, we're going to go on down, and this is where we are going to make sure that we select multifamily. And save that. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and I want to create projects, but actually before I do that, you can see I have advanced buildings on the left. This can be expanded or collapsed from here, by the way. And below advanced buildings, I have Park Place as project 0001, and then multifamily is a category, a type of that, and then I'm going to have multiple buildings in there. An important part here is the projects don't allow you to do separate addresses and whatnot, and it really tends to skew things. So I'm going to actually do a little cheat here, and I'm going to type in this job 0001 Park Place advanced buildings in the company name, and the reason for that is when I create an estimate or an invoice, some other transactions, they do not have a spot for project name on your forms. They do have an address field, and what this is going to do is it's going to pull my job name into the address field as well as my customer into the address field. When you've got three tiers, you start losing those pieces. So we've got down here, we have multifamily selected. We're going to go ahead and save that, and from here we're going to create some projects. So add project, you will need to have projects turned on. Real briefly, if you don't have that, you need to go to your account settings and run down to advanced, and down in advanced, oh, it keeps jumping up. There we go. Down in advanced, you need to have projects turned on. I have those classes turned off. That is right there. Overlooked that for a second. Under automation, on the advanced tab, projects, little pencil icon right here, on, save. That will enable these features. And then we're going to go ahead and add a project. This project is going to be, I'm going to give it, assign a 0.1 to it, as this is first phase, can be building A. You can use this for multiple floors. If you've got a project with multiple floors where you want to track your costs separately, there's a lot of different uses. And the customer is multifamily, that's correct. And in progress, you can enter a start date here. This is good. So 3 years from now, if this project never happens, you never create any estimate, you know that you can kill this. It's good to throw some sort of start date in there. It just kind of gives you some concept. Otherwise, it's really hard to track and archive and delete some old stuff if you don't have any dates in there. And then we have the project here, and you can create different transactions, estimates, and we'll go through all of that in another video. Watch my channel, follow it, and we'll do some more QuickBooks Online tips, tricks, and hacks.